Hello, world. It's your boy Jay Wiz, man. All right, look, so today we're going to talk about how to intentionate the mindset in this profound way, right? The intentionations, processes, progressions, examinatory actions, authenticate, affirms, cooperative steps. Consciousness states by and vindications includes factations, right? Again, I'm going to say that one more time. Cooperative steps, consciousness states by and vindications includes vaccinations to authenticate, negotiates unwavering faith within insanitary speculative levels, right, of awareness, determines the examinatory and excuse me, I'm sorry. Excuse me, guys. I'm serious. This is I love this here. Determinates the examinatory intentionations, values, key factors, theoreticates the why, right? Positive mindset remains and driving force to intentions omittedly compels good humor, right? Which calculative to calculate one's capabilities to reaffirm and redefine observability, right? I'm going to say that one more time. A driving force to intentions omittedly compels good humor, which calculates one's capability, redefines observatory, in its observatory and the observability, right? I'm going to say that again. Omittedly compels good humor, which calculates of the calculative one's capabilities, redefines observability, following successions, phantoms, principles, proactively proclaims a good, phantoms, principles, proactively proclaims a goal which equifies the results. Pertaining hypothesis, applauds yourself, each inquirement subjectively, right? Excuse me, guys, you gotta bear with me on this. All right, look, so the more of the story, people, is it's like this, right? Look. Any examination of how you transcendence of the mindset is the progressive of the action, right? If you seem to veer off and not follow the steps, remind yourself each day of that intentionary to intensify that goal, right? Each time you seem to veer off, get back on course, right? Each time you vary this way, get back on course. When the intentions seem to not follow through, you have the capability to go back on course, right? Some of us, we all tend to go back and veer off. But again, if you have the intentionary to intentionate to subjectify, meaning what I'm saying, people, is if the authentication is affirmed to access the mind, you know how to set up the intentionary of that goal, right? So again, if your incendiaries or to the incentive of the mind, you know how to navigate to that next goal. Never catch yourself veering off. Always get back on the intentionary, right? Get back on the intentionary. This how your mind authenticates to the unwavering faith of yourselves, right? Everything you need to know about you people is within. Everything you need to know about yourself is within. The only way you're going to challenge yourself and push yourself to do something that you are afraid of is if you challenge your inner selves. Each day, no matter how you seem to dwell off, get back on course. Again, the intentionary is the prerogative step. It's the intentionary of that goal that's going to push you, right? So again, if it's the vindications that vindicate you through yourselves on how you push yourself, remind yourself each day that you have what it takes to win. You all have what it takes to win, people. Even in your stumbling, you still have the capability to win on any vindication level, right? Everything is on the artillery level, everything is on the ascendanary level, and everything is always what? On the intentionary level, right? So everything on this spectrum from here on out, you have the intentionary to win. You all have the intentionary to win. Don't never forget your goals. Your goals are your key factors to your why. Your goals are your key factors to your excuse me. Your goals are your itinerary to the intentionary, right? So again, within the openness of consciousness, you will understand the difference between yourself, knowing thyself, knowing every part and every spectrum of your being. That means energy levels. That means how you are operating in certain levels of your life. This goes on all factors, people. School, job, speaking engagements, acting, music. However you feel you are creatively articulating the goal within itself. You have the artistry within you. We all have the artistry within us, people. It's you tapping within that artillery to authenticate yourselves through that intentionary, right? So again, we're going to go back over this. The awareness that determines the explanatory. And the driving force is you having a positive mindset and good humor. That's the goal, people. If I haven't taught you guys anything else on this journey of knowing thyself, you will understand that everything you do has to have good humor and the informant of the intentionary. Everything is on that intentionary level. But never, this is one thing I want to tell you guys on this very good morning. Never be over analytical on yourselves to the process. Never be over analytical on the process. Right? So again, the invindications which sharpens the awareness, which identifies the intention, which gives you that driving force, that good mechanism within you. Because again, we all have two parts of a consciousness. We all have two parts of the mindset. We all have two parts of our being. You have dark humor and you have good humor. You have negative humor and you have positive humor. You have divine feminine and then you have what? Divine masculine. This equifies your being, people. Right? This equifies the being within your code of ethics, the code of your genetics within your being. You have this potential within you. It's dormant. Some of you have to push yourselves this year. Push the dormant of that ability to the intentionary. Push the dormant to the ability to your ascenderary, to how you ascend any speculative level of your life. Right? It's that simple, people. It's that simple. None of this is hard. This is a process. And the more you learn, the more what? The more you grow. So again, intentionate the mindset on the intentionary and understand that you have what it takes to win on the intentionary. As long as it's positive, you always win. You will always win. You will always win. And sorry, people, if I'm slurring on my words. We are in Mercury retrograde right now, so I'm just gonna put that on out there. I hope you understand the difference. Again, some of my people that are in the spiritual community, we all know about. Sometimes in Mercury, our words don't really come out very, it doesn't very well coming out, right? So sometimes your words might slur up, and then you're trying to informate yourself in a positive way, right? So you don't want to go over your words, but again, this is just the how can I say this? This is more of the abbreviating of this spectrum of this time frame, people. Everybody's going through an upgrade. Everyone's going through everyone is going through an upgrade. Everyone's going through this process of knowing thyself. A lot of things are starting to fade away. Something like the way you used to think. Certain habits don't really obtain you anymore. Right? Certain agendas don't really fit you anymore. These are things that are mostly common when you're going through the process of your growth and this intentionary. Everything is a connected, people. Every single thing that I've named tonight, whether my words came out slurring or not, people understand this. If you lack awareness, you can always find it. Never forget, everything within you is always within you. Never forget your awareness. Never forget your unwavering faith on the goal that you're setting, and understand that you have to add the intention. It's almost like you take intentionary equals the intention equals examinatory equals progression. Now, all this can be exhilarating to you, right? All this can be exhilarating to you. If you're willing to be affirmative with the goal and affirm yourselves to the intention of the mindset, you will understand that everything will change for you. Again, this is your belief system, people. Most of us were raised on certain belief systems that we it's just not affirmed. The belief system can be affirmed in a positive way. It's almost like your DNA structure goes through that reconstructing or that rehabilitating or what we call recalibrating phase, right? So your DNA goes through that recalibrating phase. When that DNA goes through that recalibrating phase, everything starts to change for you. Everything, people, everything. And the only reason why I'm talking this way, people, is because, again, notice that being a spiritual advisor, you have to understand empathy, right? You have to understand empathy. If you don't understand empathy, you won't make it in this business. I'm just gonna be honest. You won't make it in this business, man. Really just being my authentic self in this process, even in the slurring, even in the mess ups, even in your stumbling, even people, even when you're trying to set a new intention. The goal in itself is to be progressive and be proactive in this process of intentionating the mindset each day. You have to set an intentionary goal to amplify your results. Right. So do the work, people. Make sure you meditate daily. Make sure you go out in nature. Make sure you get grounded with Mother Nature. And understand that nature heals, people. Nature heals your being. In this process, you will understand the intentionary. And once you understand the intentionary, you will know exactly how to go about your goals with help, support, and everything you need, people. That's it. That's the moral of the story. And understand you have to have good humor. In this process, people, you have to have good humor, empathy, subjectifying thinking, knowing your intentionary, and also know the examining of your mindset. Everything is examination. Each time you think of something new, people, your mind goes into the examinary phase. The mindset, people, goes into the examining phase, which equalifies the examinary, which equalifies the what? The explanatory. Because everything at this point is self-explanatory, people. Everything is about you. But everything you need to know about yourselves is within you. Everything. Do not be afraid to channel and find yourselves within. Everything you need to know about you is within. Nothing else. And understand this process can hurt. Yes, people. Understand that process can hurt. But again, if you can reconstruct the mindset to the obtainability, you will understand the examinary of your mindset each time. Each time you set that goal, that's that examinary At that point, it's examinary. At that point, it's examinary. At that point, it's examinary. Again, this is something that you should teach yourselves, people. It's almost like you put yourself through this self-hypnosis. And each time it's a cautionary statements that you should tell yourselves through the intentionary. So teach yourselves through the self-hypnosis. And everything else on that level has its processes of the de-eradication. Right? It's your boy Jay Wiz, man. Sending love, light, and healing to all those. Yeah.